All right. Trying to get my phone to behave. So this thing's got a new phone, new camera, and I think I just figured out why it was going from light to dark. Anyway, January 26th, folks. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Hunters, I hope y'all put some deer in the freezer this year. Put some ducks, some geese. There's no better way to spend time with your family than outdoors. It's been pretty good here in Virginia up until yesterday when we got that cold snap, had that front come through. So a little cool. But anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope everybody's going to have a Happy New Year, too. And we can put 2020 in the books and then burn the damn books, right? It's been a rough year on everybody, financially, psychologically, everything else. So anyway, I've tried to compensate for the frustration and the uncertainty by prepping. That's what I've done. So anyway, cover some news items. We're going to talk about everybody. I'll talk about Nashville here in a minute, but I want to talk about this COVID vaccine. And in the news now, the COVID new strain has come out. So it's mutated again. They're doing research to see if it's now in the United States. I don't know. Is the vaccine going to be effective? I don't know. Am I going to take the vaccine? I do know the answer to that question, and that's no. That's my personal choice, my body, my choice. Right? But here it goes doing that blinking again. It was doing fine. Now it's going weird. Anyway, so I have this next thing I want to talk about. You notice that Dr. Fauci got inoculated, Biden got inoculated, Mike Pence got inoculated. I'm sure Pelosi and all them and Schumer and all the rest of them. I'm sure AOC has gotten inoculated. All the important people that know better than we do have taken this so-called SARS-2 COVID-19 vaccination. Again, it really doesn't matter. I'm not taking the vaccine, but let me give you all a leadership lesson. So, when I was a infantry platoon sergeant, there was a lot of times where I either did without food or I ate grits, or whatever was left. I didn't get the link sausage for breakfast because I didn't eat before my troops ate. My troops went first. My team went first. So, leaders eat last. It's just the way it is. Privates, PFCs, Lance Corporals up front. Corporal Sergeants. Staff NCOs and officers. So, boys got fed, boys got water. Sometimes leaders had to do without. So leaders eat last. Something to think about with this COVID thing. Are they more important than you? I don't know. But I figured I'd share that with you. Leaders eat last. Trump's still talking. I don't know. He's kind of backed off of it, I guess, through Christmas, maybe to clear his head. But the martial law and insurrection thing got a lot of politicians, a lot of Republicans coming out and calling for it. Michael Flynn, I guess, called for it. That's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea to strip the rights away from the citizens of this country through enacting martial law, that's bad. It's never good. And as far as the Insurrection Act, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I know that it would impose martial law, and that's not good. So I do know that. But anyway, so we'll see. Calling for it, that kind of leads into the January 6th, where the electorals voting, the vote counts are going to be done in D.C. with the House and the Senate, with the overriding the Senate being done from Mike Pence, I believe, or the House. I'm not sure. But anyway, that'll be interesting. They're talking about packing D.C. with patriots. I don't know what good it's going to do. But, you know, the government of Virginia and Maryland and Pennsylvania are making plans for a mass exodus by foot in D.C. on the 6th and 7th. So they're talking about refugees and how to handle those refugees. That was in the news just the other day. I don't remember what news channel it was, whether it was on Fox or whether it was on one of the side channels that I get news from. But that's interesting. Talk about Nashville a little bit. So that whole thing smells really bad. So apparently someone pulled an RV up at wee hours of the morning on Christmas morning, enacted a recording warning folks to evacuate the area because it was going to blow up in 15 minutes. Played, that warning was playing, and then there was a call of shots fired in the vicinity. This is all the news that I have right now, so I'm just kind of going through it, make sure I got it right per the news. Police were responding to the area, and it detonated. And 3 officers were injured. I don't think any of them critically. When the bomb went off, obviously one officer couldn't hear. Now, this was right next to the AT&T Communications Center in downtown Nashville, per the news. And they have already set up temporary cell sites for AT&T cellular service. That whole thing stinks, people. It smells like government involvement. It doesn't, kind of false flag type crap. It doesn't smell like foreign terrorist. But one word that was consistently used all over the networks and all over the reporting of this incident was intentional. Intentional. This was an intentional act. An intentional act. And they kept saying it over and over and over again. Well, if it was unintentional, why would they warn anybody? It doesn't make sense. An intentional explosion. It was an intentional explosion in Nashville. I mean, it was all over the news. They used that buzzword, intentional. Are they trying to frame the so-called right-wing militias? That's going to be the next thing that comes out about it? If you're in a militia, you better watch your six. I'm going to tell you. They're going to come after you. Y'all better watch your ass. Because it ain't good right now. Especially to be out front he'll get taken out of the fight before the fight ever starts, So, just, man, y'all be careful. Anyway, yeah, the whole Nashville bombing thing just doesn't smell. They were talking about on the news, well, it might be someone wanting to, kill police. Well, if they were going to kill police and that was their intention, why would they play a warning over a PA system? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. And now in the news, it's coming out that there was some human tissue found. They didn't say remains. They said tissue found. So they were also talking about not putting the fire out. Why didn't they put the fire out? Well, they want to preserve the evidence. And then today they were talking about everything has a serial number on it, to include the axles of the vehicle. Everything's serialized, right? So it can be tracked and traced and whatever. Anyway, that's some stinky stuff right there. The whole Nashville bombing's pretty stinky. So it's not BLM. It's not, just my opinion. I don't think it's a militia. I know it's not a foreign terrorist, because they wouldn't warn anyone. They're just going to blow shit up, and they wouldn't just do one. If they're going to put that much effort in something, it's not just going to be one bomb in Nashville on Christmas morning. Why didn't they do it in New York? Why didn't they do it in Los Angeles? Why didn't they do it in D.C.? Right? You want to make a statement, light one off at the front gate of the White House, right? Light a bomb off in Lafayette Park. If you want to get, some political message out, light one off at Mar-a-Lago. If you want to get a political message out, this whole thing just doesn't smell right. So more to follow on that. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. But I don't think it was, I can't think of a group that would do that in Nashville. Maybe somebody got pissed off because they had a real high AT&T cell phone bill. I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of. So anyway, look, watch your six and prep. That's all I can tell you. You need to stock your stores the best you can. Nothing wrong with eating pork and chicken, if that's what you got to eat. Hopefully you've killed deer and turkey this year, and wild game, and hopefully you have some wild game around which you can continue to harvest. Any event times get tough. Hopefully you didn't deplete them all this year. So keep prepping. Make sure that you solidify your plan. Be real cautious January 6th and 7th. We'll see how that plays out. Watch your six and make sure you got a good brotherhood and family to lean on, or run and help out if you got to. So, all right. Well, it's cold here in Virginia now. Actually, there's ice on the creek behind my house. So it is cold here. Can't ice skate on it. This ain't Michigan, but it's still pretty cold. And we need it. We haven't. We had a really mild summer, or mild winter the last couple winters. So it needs to stay like this for a while, and it would be good. It would help things out tremendously when it comes to the bugs and stuff, right, in the spring. So, all right, keep your powder dry, folks, and God bless you all. Hopefully you had a Merry Christmas. I'm wishing you and yours a Happy New Year and a prosperous 2021. Blessings to all. Stay safe. Keep your heads on a swivel. And sic semper tyrannis.